This recording is for section 7.4% of increase or decrease in our pre-algebra textbook. And I'm going to again demonstrate the proportion method in finding percents of increase or decrease. First, an explanation of what percent of increase or decrease is. It just means how much something has gone up or how much something has gone down. Like you get a raise, and so you had a percent of increase on your salary. Or or gasoline prices went down, so there's a percent of decrease. So we're still going to use A over B equals P over 100, which you've been utilizing for solving your percent application problems. And remember that A is the amount, B is the base, and P is the percent. And it's still going to work the same way for percents of increase or decrease. The only technicality is, for the amount, we have to do some subtraction. We have to find the amount of the increase or decrease. And so how we do that is we have to do some subtraction first. We have to subtract the original price from the new price, or the original wage from the new wages, or the price of gasoline, a month ago, subtracted from the price of gasoline now. So you have to do some subtraction in order to find that amount to use that for your A. And then your base is going to be the original amount, or the starting amount. So that's what you're going to want to remember for your base. So let's try this out with a problem like on page 529. Start a new slide here. It says a salesperson is granted a 5% salary increase. If the person's current salary is $4,000 per month, what will be his new salary? So we don't have any, we get to find a new salary. So this is just a straight up A over B equals P over 100. First we have to find his salary increase. That's going to be the A. We don't know that. And the original amount is $4,000. And the percent is 5%. So that would be 5 over 100. So we're going to cross multiply and divide. 5 times 4,000 is 20,000. Oops. 20,000. What am I doing here? Not sure what this is doing. Hold on, people. My hand hit a button there. Okay, 20,000 equals 100A. We're going to divide by 100 on both sides. Cancel out those zeros. It's going to be a $200 increase. And so his new salary, you would add that back to the 4,000. 4,000 plus 200 would equal 4,200. So that problem on page 429 is an example of just doing your A over B equals P over 100. Now let's go all the way to example 4. Example 2 on page 530. Start a new slide here. Example 2 on page 530. A salesperson making a salary of $4,500 per month has his salary increased to $5,000 per month. What is the percent of increase? So this is where we need to know the amount of the increase first. The amount of the increase. And so we have to do some subtraction. We have to take 5,000 and minus the 4,500, and we end up finding out that the amount is $500. So that is our A. Now the B is the original amount, the base amount. Where did it start? So if it increased, it started at the 4,500. So it's going to be 500 over 4,500 equals P over 100. And so we cross multiply and we get 4,500 P equals 500 times 100. It's going to be 5 with 4 zeros, right? 50,000. We're going to divide both sides by 4,500. And we can cancel out a couple of zeros, and we have 500 divided by 45. I'm just going to do this really quickly on the calculator. You may also. 500 divided by 45, and we get 11%, approximately 11%. It's a repeater, 11.11111. So the P equals 11.1% of an increase. All right. So trick on these amount of increase or decrease. You have to find the amount of increase by doing the subtraction. You got to do the subtraction first, and then that becomes your A. And then your base is your original or starting point. So make sure to keep that in mind when you do these. And do a percent of decrease. So look at example 3 on page 531. It says, due to a mill closure, the population of Silverton decreases by 8.5%. Oh, you know what? I don't really want to do that one. That's a typical A over B equals P over 100. So let's jump to example 4 on page 532, where it says Millerton falls on hard times and its population decreases from 11,256 to 10,923. Now notice that I wrote that as a subtraction problem because it's a decrease and I want to know the amount of decrease. So I'm going to take 11,256 and subtract from it 10,923, and I get 333 as the amount of decrease. So that's our A, that 333. So we write that 333 in the A position in our proportion method, A over B equals P over 100. And our B is going to be 11,256. That's our B, because that's the starting point. It decreased. So where did it start? Where was its original point? It was at 11,256. And that's going to equal P over 100. And when we do our cross multiplication and our division, we have 333 times 100 equals 11,256p. We're going to divide by 11,256, and we take 33,300 and divide it by 11,256. We get approximately 3%, 2.9%, and we could round that up to 3%, or if we want to be really precise, it'd be 2.96%. We'd want to, what did our problem say? It said round to the nearest hundredth of a percent, so 2.96% we would round that to. All right, so you can still use your A over B equals P over 100 method for amount of increase and amount of decrease problems. You just have to remember to do the subtraction to find your A. Do the subtraction to find your A. And then your B, always ask yourself, where did it start? If I'm finding an increase, it started at the low number because it went up. If I'm finding an increase or decrease, it started at the higher number and went down. So just be very careful about what B you choose, all right? So that should get you through most of the problems, or all the problems in 7.4. You're still using A over B equals P over 100. And some of the problems, it's just straight up, you're looking for your A, you're looking for your B, or you're looking for your P. Other problems, you're going to have to do some subtraction to find your amount. And remember, your base is your starting position, your original position. So that should get you through those problems in 7.4. And I will record the next video.